What's up, everybody, and welcome back to By the Book Bonus Bets. My name is Nejad. This is McDonald. And Meg, there are some teams that feel like they're drifting after a third of the season, but their odds to make the playoffs are very much alive. So we're going to start with you. What's the number that you like for an NFL team to make the playoffs?
The NFL is so crazy. It's such a week-to-week league that it doesn't do anyone any favors to be laying juice at this point. This early on in the season. So I'm going plus money or nothing. Give me the Chargers at plus 120. Yes, to make the playoffs, because holy cow, the AFC is an absolute disaster. It's the Chiefs at 5-0, and we're not even sure Kansas City is any good, but they find ways to win with, of course, Andy and Patrick. However, look at the Ravens at 3-2. To me, it's the Chiefs and the Ravens. That's their conference. The fact that the Texans are 4-1 says a lot, but also the fact that the Ravens have the same record as the Denver Broncos is absolutely bonkers. Now, the Chargers, I love Jim Harbaugh. I think he is a proven head football coach. He's won titles at the college level. He's back in the NFL, of course. He can get Justin Herbert to the next level. I also think they love to run the football. They play sound football. So give me the Gus Bus and J.K. Dobbins. And once they get some guys back and get everyone a little healthier, like Joey Bosa and Slater and Joe Alt, this team, I'm not going to say is super dangerous, but compared to the rest of the AFC, I don't know who is dangerous.
You said it. It's like process of elimination,
Yes.
right? I think a lot of those teams we saw, and we're going to put it back up in a second, but they're going to drift down, and I think the Chargers are going to drift up. One of those other teams that is going to drift up, I'm going to the AFC as well. The New York Jets, I'm wearing the colors. It's an absolute coincidence, but I love where the Jets sit right now in terms of their number, plus 115 to make the playoffs. We got to understand what's really going on here when we look at the standings, and let's punch those up real quick too, because we're going to have teams like the Broncos that are going to fade down. We're going to have teams like the Texans that are probably going to win their division. They're going to make the playoffs. The Kansas City Chiefs going to make the playoffs. But once you get past the Ravens, the Bills could fade. They could lose the division to the Jets. The Steelers will fade. The Broncos will fade. The Chargers, I mean, we'll see. They'll probably make the playoffs like McDonald said.
Thank you for saying that.
Yeah, you're welcome. Like, who else is really contending with the Jets? And here's the thing. Let's take a look at the Jets' schedule, because you might just say, hey, see, you just think Aaron Rodgers is going to be the old Aaron Rodgers and all of this. Well, not really. Let's look at the schedule, because it is so incredibly easy. They got the Buffalo Bills. For the record, that's a tough game. I think they're going to win that game as 2.5-point dogs. Then they get the Steelers. I think the Steelers are going to fade. We go to Week 10, Arizona Cardinals, Indianapolis Colts. Then they get probably a very timely bye. They get the Seahawks at home, the Dolphins. What's the quarterback situation there in Week 14? I don't know. Then the Jaguars, then the Rams, the Bills, and the Dolphins again. Like, all of these are very winnable games. You've got a top 5 defense. You've got an offense that hasn't yet clicked. And you've got an AFC. The A in AFC stands for average, because none of these teams are good outside of the top 2 or 3 that we talked about. Give me the Jets at a plus number. Stealing, man.
I love how timely this pick is. Of course, Robert Saleh just was let go.
Right.
Not hours ago, but a day and a half ago. And I think that's interesting, because you're in the camp of believing in the new head coach bump as well.
Here's the thing. Even if that doesn't happen, and even if they lose to Buffalo on Monday Night Football, they're making the playoffs.
Okay.
I don't care about the coach bump. In all honesty, I wish Nathaniel Hackett was not there, and then I'd be super confident in this bet. But it is what it is, and I think when it comes to the AFC teams, I think the Jets are going to rise, and some of those other teams are going to fall.
The fact that you just said you wish Nathaniel Hackett was
I don't
and you would
personally
like
wish
this bet
that.
even more is crazy, but true.
Let me backpedal a little bit. I think it would have been more appropriate to get rid of Nathaniel Hackett than it would have been to get rid of Robert Saleh. That's my take on it. Either way, Jets make the playoffs. We got the Chargers. We got the Jets. We got so much content on the By the Book. Whoa, that was tough to say. On By the Book, Monday through Friday at 5:30. Tune in every single Monday through Friday. And of course, so much content on Monumental Plus, including By the Book bonus bets. We'll see you very soon.